They said I was strong. They said it like a compliment. What they didn't see were the nights. Not the kind people imagine, dramatic, heroic, cinematic. No, the quiet nights. The ones that grind you down until you forget who you were before them. It started with a cough. A small one. Dry. Persistent. Probably stress, he said, brushing it off as he always did. He was the kind of man who never missed work, never complained, never slowed down. Until his legs did. One morning he couldn't stand without gripping the wall. 2 weeks later, we were sitting in a sterile white room while a doctor spoke in sentences that didn't sound real. Chronic. Aggressive. Long-term. I remember watching the doctor's mouth move and thinking, this can't be our life now. But it was. The first hospital stay lasted 3 months. 3 months of alarms, beeping monitors, and the smell of disinfectant soaked into my clothes. I learned how to read charts, how to measure medication, how to tell the difference between pain and fear in his eyes. I learned how to feed a grown man with a spoon. His hands shook too badly to hold it. The first time he laughed. "Guess you're stuck with me," he joked. I laughed too, because that's what you do when you don't want to cry. I stopped going home. I slept in a plastic chair beside his bed. My neck bent at an angle that never stopped hurting. I memorized the pattern of cracks in the ceiling tiles. Nurses would whisper, "You should go rest." I never did, because every time I closed my eyes, I was afraid he'd stop breathing. Bills piled up. First, I told myself it was temporary. Then my boss called. "We need someone more available." I said I understood. I didn't tell him I cried in the hospital bathroom afterward, pressing my face into paper towels so no one would hear. I sold my jewelry next. My grandmother's ring. A necklace I wore on our wedding day. Each piece felt like tearing off a small part of myself. I didn't tell him. I didn't want him to feel like a burden. He got worse before he got better. There were nights when he begged me to let him sleep and mornings when he begged me not to leave the room. Sometimes he was kind, sometimes cruel. Pain does that to people. One night, exhausted, I dropped his pills on the floor. He snapped, "Can't you do anything right?" I froze. Then I picked them up, washed them, and handed them to him without saying a word. Later, he apologized. "I don't know what I'd do without you." I held on to that sentence like a life raft. 2 years passed. 2 years of hospitals, rehab centers, home care routines. I learned how to lift him without hurting my back. How to clean wounds. How to smile when friends stopped visiting. They came at first, then less, then not at all. Their lives kept moving. Mine stayed in that room. The day the doctor smiled was the day everything changed. "You're free to go," he said. "Physical therapy will continue, but you made it." I cried. Not quietly, not politely. I cried like someone who thought the worst was finally over. My husband smiled, but not at me. He stared at his reflection in the window, flexing his fingers like he was meeting himself again. I didn't notice it then. I wish I had. At home things felt different. He walked slowly at first, then faster. He started dressing better, spending more time in the bathroom. One night he said, "I don't want to talk about the illness anymore." I nodded. I thought that meant healing. A week later, I came home to see a suitcase by the door. I laughed. "Doctor's appointment?" I asked. He didn't smile. "I need space," he said. My stomach dropped. "For what?" I asked. "To live," he said calmly. I wasted enough time being sick. I waited for the punchline. It never came. Then his phone rang. He didn't answer it. I did. A woman's voice. Young, bright, unapologetic. I'm outside, she said. Are you ready? My hands went numb. He took the phone from me. Didn't deny it. Didn't explain. Just said, I can't stay here. You remind me of the worst time of my life. I stared at him, at the man I carried, fed, kept alive. He didn't look back. The door closed. The apartment was silent, too silent. I sat on the edge of the bed, still holding his pill organizer out of habit. Morning, evening, night, empty. I didn't scream. I didn't chase him. I just sat there, realizing something terrifying. The illness didn't take him from me. Healing did. Weeks passed. Then months. I learned how to sleep in a real bed again, how to eat meals alone. I found a job, then another. Some nights I still woke up reaching for a man who wasn't there. Not because I missed him, but because my body hadn't learned that I was finally free. One day, a nurse from the hospital called. I just wanted to check on you, she said. I thanked her. Then she said something I'll never forget. You know, caregivers don't usually get closure. She was right. There was no goodbye, no apology, just absence. I didn't lose my husband the day he left. I lost something else, the belief that sacrifice guarantees love. But I gained something too, myself. And this time, I'm not giving her away.